Hey everybody, I was going through my footage of the last few days of my hunting season and realized the most interesting parts of my videos were the frustration parts. Normally you would put the good parts of your hunting trips in your videos, but big woods hunting isn't always good. There's a lot of frustrations with it too, and I don't feel like you see a lot of that. And all my footage had more frustration than good tracks and good hunts and getting the big deer. So I decided I'm going to change it up a little bit. And in this video, I'm putting in my frustrations. I track a buck that somebody else shot. I track a buck onto posted property. I pass up all the good tracks to try to find the bigger track and the better track. Just when I call it a day and then I find the biggest track ever, but it's going the complete opposite freaking direction of where I need to go and just too far out of my way. So this video is just the last few days of my frustrating season. I hope you enjoy.
I think I'm ready. It's gonna be warm enough like this. It's like 40 degrees out.
Hey everybody, it's Friday, second to last week of deer season, and back up at camp. As you can see, it's snowing, and it's supposed to snow all day today. I've got about 5 hours before it gets dark, so I'm just gonna head out into the woods. I'm dressed real light. I'm just gonna move fast and try to catch a good track before it gets too late, and see if I can make something happen.
Well, I'm back at the truck already. I'm wimping out. It's really cold. I wore real light, so I'm walking a lot. And I'm sweating, and this wind is blowing right through me. And it's only like 1:30, and I'm already freaking frozen solid. So I'm gonna go back to camp and regroup, maybe put on some warm old clothes, take off these wet ones, and maybe just go find someplace to sit on watch or something, because there's nothing moving and it's just freaking miserable out here. But it's all part of the game, right?
And you know, when you're out, you're getting cold and you're getting tired and you're kind of like, all right, I'm ready for my day to be over. What time is it? Oh, I got half an hour left before dark. I might as well suck it up. Well, I had that feeling at 1 o'clock. My plan was come back to camp, regroup, put on some warmer, dry clothes, head back out. But then it started to snow harder, and I didn't get warmed up when I put on dry clothes. So I think I'll save my legs for tomorrow, because they're getting old too. Good morning. I'm excited about today. We had a snowstorm yesterday. We got a few inches. It's nice and fresh. It's still coming down a little bit, but it's supposed to stop, so that'll help me gauge how long a track's been there. I'm gonna head out on this trail that goes a couple miles just that way, and I'm hoping to cut a track.
I've got some tracks here. They're not really great, but they're the exact direction that I'm going, so I might as well follow them and see where they lead. I caught up to that track real fast. There was 2 does bedded down. I'm actually sitting in one of the beds right now. It's a teeny tiny bed. There was another one just up the hill a little bit. I'm just kind of sitting here, gonna let the woods calm down, because that's the direction I need to go. I don't really want to follow them, but I've got a pond on that side, a pond on that side, so I'm kind of at a tight little funnel. So where's the bucks? I came across this track. It's actually fresher than it looks. The wind is blowing right off that pond, so all the snow in here's been blown away. Been following this track for 50 yards or so, and it's definitely getting ready to bed down. It's just meandering all over, so hopefully I'll catch it in its bed. It came in here and fed. It's definitely getting ready to bed down now. seeds, really small ones. They were feeding all in here. There's tracks everywhere. They're not real fresh, so I'm kind of screwed. There's another bed right there. A little bit bigger. Not big, but fresher tracks that way. There's a lot of tracks in here. There's the bed I'm looking for. That's a bed. If I can only find his track coming out. It's pretty old. I was following that track and I knew it was a little bit older, but not, I mean, the snow is real fresh, so it's not too awful old. And I was kind of expecting to come up to the bed, and the track leaving the bed I thought would be fresher.
He'd been laying in bed for a while, but when I found the bed, the track coming out of it wasn't very much fresher. And he'd been laying in it for a while because it was all leaves underneath. And he was heading the complete opposite direction of where I needed to go. He was starting to head around the pond, and if I started heading that way, I would have been way out of my way. If it was a fresh track and I knew for sure it was a buck, I wouldn't have really cared. I would have stayed on it. But
it was, I decided not to keep on it. I'm gonna kind of make my way back towards where I shot my 8-point last year, where I found a decent amount of rubs up that hill. So I'm kind of working my way back that way. At least it's a little bit closer to the truck rather than getting away from it. I'm pretty frustrated. I just bumped into a doe. At least I hope it was a doe. I couldn't really even tell. I've walked 5 miles in 5 hours and I haven't found any tracks that I get excited about. This is what I'm dealing with in here. Visibility is horrible. I found myself a comfy little spot. I'm gonna sit here, drink some water, try to get remotivated because I'm kind of not happy at the moment. Today it's perfect tracking conditions right now, and if you can't find a track to track, then there's no point in tracking. So let me tell you about my day. Visibility is like 0 in there. The wind never blew the snow off the trees. You can't see more than 20 feet most places, or at least all the places where I'm finding deer, and I just about stepped on a doe and didn't even see it. I walked 7 miles. I didn't find one track that I felt worthy of following. This place is dead this year. Well, it's not dead, but the areas I'm going are dead. Good morning. Season's not over yet. I got a couple days left to muzzleload. We got a couple inches of fresh snow last night, so the ground's just about perfect. It's nice and quiet and fluffy, so I'm looking to have a good day today. I gotta fill this tag, so go make something happen. I haven't walked for a couple minutes and I already found some tracks. They were feeding right in here. Came to this log. I put my rifle there just for size reference, but this deer stepped over all that. Came down right there. I'm not gonna follow those tracks. They're a little bit small, and they're heading down towards the road. So I don't even think it's probably worth it. They're probably right behind the houses and stuff. I literally was less than 100 yards from my truck. So I'm gonna continue on up and see what else I can find. More tracks. Set of 2. That's a better size than what was below, but I feel like I need to go up more. If I have to, I can come back. Oh, look, there's a 3rd set. Interesting. third set's a decent track. I think I'm gonna let it go. Continue on. I want to find the big one. It's this early. See if I can find a big one. And here's some more tracks. Two sets. Walking that way. Every track I found so far has been heading down the mountain to the south. Every one of them's heading to the exact same spot. Not sure what to do. This one track looks good, but it's heading down the mountain and it's heading towards a posted property area. I'm afraid if I get on it, I'm just gonna push it down or it's gonna just go down. I think I'm gonna go higher. It worries me all these are going down the mountain to the bottom. I need to find one that's not going towards the road. So I passed 7 different deer tracks that were fresh within 200 yards of the truck. They were all headed the same direction down towards the road. Across the road are fields, so my fear is they headed that way for feeding for the day. Maybe that's their wintering grounds. I stopped here for a sip of coffee and I can see a decent track down there a little ways. I don't know if I can zoom in. It's right there. I'm gonna go check that out. Those tracks aren't bad. They're heading right into the ledges. I'm gonna follow these.
Followed this track for less than 100 yards, and then I bumped into a boot track. I had to beep out all the F-bombs. I guess it's better than run into it.
There's a boot print. Mother. So earlier, I heard a gunshot east of me, not very far away. I thought, well, that's kind of weird because I've never even seen another boot track up here all season.
Then I get on a nice track, kind of meandering, looked like I was getting ready to bed down, and I said, this is my deer right here. I tracked it for a little ways, and all of a sudden I realized there's another hunter tracking it, and it's heading right to where I heard that gunshot. So I'm guessing somebody else shot my deer. But I just found this track. So let's go. Well, I can't catch a break this year at all. I just tracked what I'm assuming is a buck, just under 1.5 miles, and he went right on the posted property where the hunting club property is that I can't go on. So there's another one lost. About ready to call it a season. This is supposed to be the best season ever. It's turned out to be the worst. It's the best day I've had tracking so far. I found a lot of tracks. They're all over, but a lot of small ones and stuff. But to find a big one and get on it that's fresh, it's a little more rare. After I tracked that buck on the posted property, I pulled out my Onyx tracker and realized I had walked 10 miles already, and I was pretty much toast. My hip was bothering me a lot, so I decided I was just gonna call it a day and head back down the mountain, and if I saw anything on the way down, maybe I'd go after it. I got most of the way back down, and I passed the best track I've seen all season. It was crossing my track from earlier, so it had to have been within the last 2 hours, and it was definitely a good track, and I kind of regret a little bit not getting on that, but it was heading right straight back up the mountain that I just came down, and I was just done. I didn't even care at that point, so I let that one go. This was the first year I hadn't tagged a buck in quite a few years, so I was putting a lot of pressure on myself. I think I took the joy out of hunting because I was so paranoid that I wasn't going to tag a buck, and I was pretty upset that I let that one go earlier in the season. But now that the season's over and I'm looking back on it, I got to say it was a successful season in the sense that I had decided I wasn't going to shoot a buck unless it was the biggest buck I'd ever shot in my life. So no, I didn't get a buck this year, but yes, I had a successful season. So I hope you enjoyed watching my videos of my 2021 season. I'm going to end up doing some scouting videos and maybe some turkey videos. I'm not really sure yet, but I'm still going to try to keep bringing content throughout the year. Congratulations to everybody that got a big buck. I saw a lot of nice bucks being taken this year, and that's just really cool. I'd like to see that rather than all the little spike horns getting shot. So congrats to all the hunters that were successful in that sense. And I'll see you in the woods.